Alright, I'm back on Swenson Range. Um, and once again, I really hope this is a feature that Ubisoft will include in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. They had it in the Division, they had it in the previous Rainbow Six games, the ones I used to play. And I really like it as an idea to be able to test out various weapons, see how they operate. So this time I'm using the Scar H rifle put out by FN. Fires a 7.62 by 5.1, and I'm going to do the basic bullet drop test first, um, see how that goes. So once again, combat crawl up to the line, just because I like doing that. Um, so here I'm going to flip over to the spotting scope real quick, and you see 50 yards, 75, 100, 150, 200, 250. Now, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, on the range in this game, they didn't give us a magnified optic, even though you normally have one on this rifle. 7.62.5 by 5.1 actually does more damage out past 100 yards or 150. I think it's 100 or 100 meters than it does within, because within the 100 meters it's just moving too fast and punches right through without dumping energy into the target. So normally you would have a magnified optic. These are more, especially the Scar H, it's meant to reach out and crush someone at a distance, not so much um, this up close stuff. But for what we're doing, we'll just look at some bullet drop. Alright, so that's 50 meters, and you can see, yeah, dead center. That's 50 meters, 0 is normal on a carbine. .75, still pretty much dead center. More my own bad aim and a video game getting down to this than any problem with the rifle. Going out to 100 meters. Still 0. Still 0 on the bull. 150 meters. Looks like, except for one flyer, still 0. 200 meters. Okay, so 100 meters again in Ghost Recon Wildlands was where we would, is about where a rifle would fire flat to, and then after that we would start to see fairly significant drop off. So I'm going to shoot out to 200 meters. We'll see what kind of drop off we have out to there now. See what that looks like. Okay, so you see there, I got one in the second ring out, one at the bottom, and I can't find the third. Let me try putting a burst downrange. Those look to be hitting fairly close in. Second ring, first ring, second ring out from the bull. Yeah, same thing. All right, so we're gonna. Lastly, this is the longest range target we have, and again, this would be a lot better with a magnified optic, because then I could really tell where exactly the reticle was holding. So we're gonna put that on 250 right there. You see one there on the left side and one there on the right side. Still, it's, second ring out. It isn't doing too bad. That you're gonna see some drop. If it has a 50-meter zero, you should, again, most rifles with the 50-meter zero, you're gonna get a zero at 50, another zero at 150, and then after that, it'll start to arc down to give you some drop. It shouldn't be that overly exaggerated though. And so I think what we're seeing here is probably fairly normal. I've never really fired these much. Don't really like the rifle personally. The ergonomics of it just don't work for me. So that is what it is. And so, I mean, in the game, I'm not sure what setup they have on the Scar H, whether it's a CQC or whatever. That would also determine the effective range, whether it's, I believe the standard effective range on the CQC is 330 meters. Effective range on standard variant or standard um, uh, standard setup is 600 meters, and then effective range on basically, if you build it out to be like a DMR, would be 800 meters, I think, if I remember right. Okay, so here we are once again to do the recoil profile testing. And if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, what I'm going to do with this is go through the 4 positions offered here. One is a supported position. Basically, you're behind cover. You use your cover for to give you a stable support base. And then I'll do unsupported standing, kneeling, and then prone. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to support, and all these are just going to be a mag dump to see what kind of climb and dispersion you have on the rounds. It would help if I had it on auto. Okay, so that's again, that's a pretty tight group. The Scar H, a lot like the M4, operates on the same inline principle, so all the felt recoil is coming straight back, keeping the muzzle from climbing too much. Alright, so this will be unsupported standing. That's also a fairly good grouping. I would put that around the same thing that M4 was doing earlier. Let's go to kneeling. That actually looks like more dispersion to me than what we had with the unsupported standing. I'm not sure why. Let me throw another magazine, see if that was just an oddity of whatever RNG or whatever that's governing recoil effects in this. No, yeah, that's about how it's coming off. Okay, so last one we'll do with this is pick up some more ammo, and then we'll do the prone. The prone really should give us about the same dispersion rate and recoil profile as supported if it's modeled well. Reloading always helps. Yeah, that was about the same thing we had in the supported. So there you have it. That's how the Scar H behaves in this game that Ubisoft made, and we'll see how it behaves in Ghost Recon Breakpoint in a few days when the beta drops. Once again, if you think that agree with me that range would be a great feature, please add that in the comments below or in the forum posts or whatever, so that we can discuss that and maybe get the devs to think about doing it if they haven't already in Breakpoint. We'll find out again in a few days.